Wu arrives and reports it is the right army commander-in-chief's office. It seems the Murim alliance is taking action. The second supreme asks, "Will you go?" Wu replies, "The fight might be winnable, but the opponent is the right army commander-in-chief's office. An unnecessary conflict will only worsen relations." He adds, "I'll go alone. Please take care of things here, Vice Leader." Ten answers, "I didn't expect to carry out this duty so early. I'll do my best." Wu explains, the Allied Command's forces are literally a regular army raised for. This is the corrected and character-matched English text based on the series' Absolute Sword Sense, Defense. So they're on a whole different level from troops managed by other offices. So Yun On asks, "What's that gigantic thing?" And another soldier clarifies, "Siege engines." One of the reasons the government army is feared. Arriving at the destination, the soldier tells him to enter. He steps into the tent where other soldiers wait. One asks if he is the blood cult leader. Another muses that this is surprising. All of them have cultivated martial arts, and the level is fairly high. The one who looks like a general has reached the peak, and his officers are first mate as well. Southern Heaven Iron Sword warns Wei to be careful. The previous leader cautioned that the government is dangerous, not only because of huge armies but also because of hidden masters within the imperial palace. One replies, "True enough. If only ordinary people served the government, the throne would have collapsed long ago." Wei answers, "Yes, General, may I ask who you are?" Suddenly, a soldier points his spear at him and demands, "You dare ask someone's name when summoned to the Allied command for violating a royal decree?" He adds that they clearly ordered him to come unarmed, and he broke even that rule. So, show the face hidden behind that hideous demon mask right now. The soldier's spear snaps in half, and Wei tells him that might be difficult. "I must protect myself after all." The soldier bites his lip and wonders what happened, why his spear is broken. One steps closer and Wei remarks that when you just said charges, that literally means the crime hasn't been proven yet. "You treat me as if I'm already a traitor." The one who seems to be their general intervenes and says, "Blood cult leader, aren't you afraid of this situation? With a single order from me, the blood cult could disappear from this land." Wei retorts, "Don't speak another word." The general is taken aback, and Wei continues that if he opens his mouth, everyone within a 3 radius will die. "If you don't believe it, feel free to test me." He releases his demonic power. Everyone present is shocked as Wei's power sweeps through them. The general realizes it's intact. It's not cut. It's killing intent, horribly dense killing aura, a force from another dimension. He wonders if Wei just made them experience death simply by executing that, and concludes, this person is too dangerous. Wei tells him, "You shouldn't have called me so close." A goatee man steps forward and comments that those called the Sapa, the unorthodox, are said to differ from the so-called orthodox. Seeing you makes that feel true. Wei notes he seems like an ordinary person who hasn't specially trained in martial arts, then asks, "Who are you?" He introduces himself as Go Tae-kyung, the deputy officer of the Provincial Penal and Inspection Office of Gujo. Wei reflects that the Provincial Penal and Inspection Office is the judicial body overseeing law and prisons in a province. As a deputy there, he's likely the head of a department. Given he's here, it's likely he's from the Royal Decrees Inspection Department. Go Tae-kyung remarks, "General Khan, let's stop this here. There's no need to start a war when you already answered the summons. Is there?" The general replies, "If Deputy Go says so, it can't be helped." And Go praises his judgment. Short Sword observes, "He seized it." And Hui answers her, "It's a chance to save face. Who would refuse that?" Go approaches Hui, and advises that now General Khan has stepped back, he should consider the government army's dignity too. Hui replies that he goes by Baek Mo, in charge of the blood cult. Short Sword shocked asks, "Baek Mo, since when did you become a bait?" Hui explains there's no need to reveal his real surname or name. The blood cult's leader line has always been the Baek family. If he said he was of the Jin or So clan here, he'd be announcing changes within the cult himself. Go tells him, "Leader Baek, you've been summoned on charges of violating a royal decree. So won't you leave your weapons with us? We'll return them once the charges are cleared." Wei answers that even without a sword, a martial artist's bare hands and feet can be weapons. "Then will you cut off all my arms and legs and reattach them afterward?" Go laughs that he's not a god and can't do that. Then, someone asks, "At least take off that demon mask." They can't tell if he's the real leader or not. Wei responds, "There are circumstances where I can't remove it right now. I will remove it once we are at the command." He adds that he came in a hurry and couldn't remove his makeup, and won't show his bare face to become a laughing stock. Deputy Go tells him to keep that promise. If you remove the mask and aren't the real leader, the commander will never let this matter pass lightly. They head toward the command in a carriage. Woon, we notes it's an upscale carriage fit for high-ranking officials. He finds it odd that they summoned him for violating a royal decree, yet put him in such a carriage. Deputy Go explains this carriage is made of special material so speech inside doesn't leak out. Woon Wei comments that it seems Deputy Go has something private to discuss. If he planned to summon the leader like this, he could have just sent a single messenger. He asks why so many government troops were mobilized. Deputy Go responds, they thought you wouldn't meekly obey the authorities. Well, unorthodox sects are different from the orthodox, are they? Short Sword demands, who does this guy think he is? She adds, even in the orthodox, there are plenty of filthy bastards who don't listen. Woon Wei tells her, he didn't mean it like that. So Tim. Then what did he mean? Short Sword asks. Woon Wei's companion explains that the Murim alliance maintains close ties with the government. To maintain that, they often give money and tributes not out of fear, but because there are many practical benefits from friendly ties with the government. Woon Wei inquires of Deputy Go, could it be? Deputy Go replies, there's no need to ask. It's exactly as you suspect. Woon Wei questions how Deputy Go could be so certain about what he was going to say. Deputy Go answers that Woon Wei was about to ask if the Murim alliance had pressured the command to move against his cult. Woon Wei admits to himself that he misread the situation too easily. No wonder Deputy Go holds the deputy position. Deputy Go tells him not to underestimate the Murim alliance's payments and tributes. They have ties even with the royal family and high officials, so the command can't simply ignore their offerings. Woon Wei wonders if they'll side with the Murim alliance. Deputy Go replies, no, if that were the plan, they'd have pressured your cult first, not send an invoice. Woon Wei ponders whether they sent 30,000 troops as a simple escort rather than pressure. The government scale is on a different level from the Murim. Deputy Go asks, there is something I want to confirm. Leader Baek, why did you seek the provincial commander's approval for holding your cult's assembly? Are you telling me the infamous blood cult leader actually resorted to bribery? Woon Wei responds, those who fail to move with the times inevitably get swept away by the tide. Our cult has no intention of harming the government or the good citizens it governs. Deputy Go is surprised and apologizes. I held prejudices against the cult and its leader. Woon Wei is taken aback by the apology and says that considering what happened 20 years ago, anyone would. It's my duty, as the current leader, to change that perception. He notes a government official apologizing so readily. Deputy Gojo seems more reasonable than expected. Deputy Go says, splendid. Once the commander sees how refined and cultured Woon Wei is, his worries will ease. He continues, they say friendships form when two minds understand each other. There are plenty of seats. Why sit next to me? After speaking with you, I feel we can handle this situation well. Woon Wei asks, what do you mean? Deputy Go says before that he has one small request. May I call you Brother Baek? Woon Wei laughs and tells him, if you wish, Brother Go. Deputy Go replies, it seems you've taken quite a liking to me too, Brother Baek. Then he explains that originally the commander intended to settle this quietly. It's true Brother Baek violated a royal decree, but if it were merely about sect approval, even the strict commander would have overlooked it. But there's a problem. 3 princes of the Great Yan Empire are currently visiting the Allied command. Deputy Go continues that among the many princes, the 3 bestowed with royal titles, Prince Jaeon, Prince Jaeyeon, and Prince Yeon, are touring the provinces, and the 5 command headquarters by the Emperor's decree. At this time, a Murim alliance envoy arrived and raised the issue of Woon Wei's cult. The 3 princes ordered the Allied command to resolve it swiftly. When the command wouldn't act, they went above it to force movement. They've thought this through quite cunningly, but there's no need to worry too much. The commander has already arranged for all the receipts the provincial commander took from the cult to be cleared. Without evidence, it remains just an accusation. As long as Woon Wei attends the trial and answers questions, he'll be cleared of all charges. However, he should avoid any actions or words that might offend the 3 princes. If they take issue with him personally, the command will have no way to protect him. Gong Sam concludes, do you understand, Brother Baek? Wei-san responds, I know, brother. How could I forget such advice? They head toward the entrance. Gong Sam opens the door and tells him they've prepared a secluded residence in the farthest part of the command. He should be careful not to encounter anyone until the trial ends. Not meeting anyone would be best. He doesn't finish his sentence, because he stumbles. They see someone waiting who says he thought his neck would stretch waiting for them, and asks, "Are you the blood cult leader?" Gong Song Ik recognizes him and announces, "I greet His Highness, Prince Yong." Prince Yong of the Great Yan Empire says, "So you're the one said to be so strong, and one thinks I am screwed." Wei-san remembers Gong Song Ik's warning to him, "Brother Beck, I've told you many times. Whatever happens, don't cross the three princes." He thinks that's exactly what Gong Song Ik kept begging him to do. There's nothing to gain from making enemies of Prince Yong now, so he must keep things as smooth as possible. Wei-san says he pays his respects to His Highness, Prince Yong. Another man steps forward and accuses him, "How dare you refuse to kneel at such a sacred place? How can you show such insolence before a prince of the Great Yan Empire?" Wei-san looks at him and asks who this is. He has never seen the man before. From his aura, he seems to be at peak level. The man draws his sword and orders, "What are you doing? Kneel at once." He is stopped by the prince, who asks, "Who told you to step forward?" "Guard." A guard answers, "Your Highness, this is nothing short of an insult to the royal family." The prince replies that he says it's fine. Who are they to object? Martial folk have their own codes. How can you force them otherwise? The guard apologizes. Wei-san thinks, how surprising. Though the government and Murim have a pact, he has heard many in the court dislike it. Prince Yong seems more open-minded than he expected. The prince tells Wei-san to understand the guard's rudeness, as such is the etiquette of the royal household. Wei-san answers that he takes no offense at a guard's loyalty. The prince, surprised by his reply, says, "You are quite different from what I heard." Wei-san asks what he means. The prince explains that an envoy of the Murim alliance named Seo, Yong, Eon said the blood cult and unorthodox martial folk are violent and uncultured, so they should be kept at a distance. But seeing Wei-san, that doesn't seem entirely true. Wei-san thinks he heard a Murim alliance envoy was here, and wondered who it was. Seo, Yong, Aeon, you've clearly done a lot of groundwork beforehand. Wei-san replies, "There may be many who are freer and frank about their desires, but that doesn't make them ignorant or lacking dignity." The prince says he was curious what kind of person the blood cult leader would be. "It's good we can speak so well." Wei-san replies he's grateful the prince views him favorably and thinks that things are going smoothly. Then the prince says, "This is fate. The prince, want to help you." "I understand you," answered the command summons to avoid clashing with the court. Wei-san wonders what this means. The atmosphere has shifted from a moment ago, and he acknowledges that is so. The prince says he will use his authority to drop the charges of violating a royal decree. Wei-san replies he appreciates His Highness's consideration, but as he said, he came to maintain a good relationship with the authorities, so he will accept the trial. The prince laughs and asks, "Do you really think your wish will come true?" Wei-san, puzzled, asks what he means. The prince, in a threatening tone, answers that his elder brother, Prince Jin, will intervene in the trial. He will likely bring up all sorts of additional charges to crush him. Wei-san reflects that Prince Jin targeting him makes no sense. Why now? He has never had any conflict with Prince Jin. Something's... Deputy Gu is clearly flustered too. Even he didn't expect this. Speaking via sound transmission, Wei asks what the prince wants from him. The prince answers he believes it's a request that won't be bad for him either. "I value talented people," he says. "I want you and the blood cult under my jurisdiction." Deputy Gu notes that the two of them suddenly stop talking aloud. They must be speaking via sound transmission now. Gu continues. Judging from their earlier talk, he's likely offering deal support and the trial in exchange for something. "You're in a troublesome spot. Brother, why?" The prince departs, saying, "Very well. I'll give you 1 day. Think carefully. Reaching the right answer will benefit both you and the blood cult." Gu asks Wei, "So trouble finally came. What did you two talk about?" Wei replies, "A discussion that brings no benefit." Surprised, Gu repeats, "No benefit." Wei asks one question, "Brother Gu, where is Prince Yang?" Gu is surprised by the question and answers, "Don't speak nonsense. Have you already forgotten why you were summoned here? From now until the trial, you cannot leave this place. Behave yourself." Wei answers, I forgot." "Very well." Later that night, we see Wei outside his room at the government command residence. He apologizes to Brother Gu and says he doesn't know what might happen tomorrow. He can't just sit still, can he? He recalls the prince's words. "Leader, the elder princes will attend your trial. Prince Jin has deep ties with the Murim alliance and values orthodox sects dearly, especially places like the blood cult. He sees you as complete heretics. He will undoubtedly intervene in the trial and press you hard as the blood cult leader, dragging in all sorts of other charges as well. This is only the beginning, the prince warns. You may not know, but soon the empire will fall into turmoil. Since the previous emperor's time, the court and Murim have had a pact, and as long as the line wasn't crossed, neither interfered with the other. But unlike my father and previous emperors who upheld the pact, Prince Jin wishes to purge martial artists he believes harm the nation. The prince adds that the Murim alliance has high expectations for Prince Jin. They've long sought to support him. It seems they believe Prince Jin will take the throne. Forming friendly ties with the government isn't just for current benefits. It's preparation for the future. In return, if you and the blood cult come under my banner, I shall promise this. I will support the blood cult. But you must stop the Murim alliance from overstepping and supporting my elder brother. Do that, and before long, I shall be the one above all, the prince. The Murim alliance will be erased forever. If the Murim alliance disappears from Murim, the rest will be up to you, won't it be? We moves off somewhere and short sword remarks. Isn't that good? If there's trouble with the government, Prince Yan will back you. If the Murim alliance is using Prince Jin, then you could, we answers, it's not something to take lightly. Murim has never had a good outcome mixing with the court. Have you already forgotten? Remember what happened to the Baekhyun Kang and the Flying Crane Moon sect who sought favor with the court? Short Sword asks, then what do we do? Prince Jin already has his eye on you. Refuse this offer, and you'll also become Prince Hyun's enemy. Wei replies, it doesn't matter. She asks, huh, did becoming leader make you fearless or just reckless? How can you be this relaxed? You know something, right? Like information from your past life. That's why you're acting so confident, isn't it? We tells her, either of those two will take the throne anyway. The scene shifts to Allied Command, Prince Jin's residence. Prince Jin speaks with someone. Then a subordinate reports, Your Highness Prince Jin, I present the scheduled report. He replies, keep it brief. The subordinate says, Prince Yang returned from a tavern and started another drinking party. Prince Jin thinks, he drank himself senseless in the tavern in broad daylight again. Even while His Majesty is ill, he indulges in wine and women. Does he have a brain at all? Yan, out of all of us, you're the least qualified to take the throne. The scene moves to Prince Yang, who sees Wei in front of him, and says, I don't recall inviting a guest. Short Sword asks Wei, are you remembering wrong? He replies, my memory is accurate. She mutters, that this brawling idiot becomes emperor. Prince Yang asks who he is. Wei replies, I am the blood cult leader. He says he came to request a moment alone with Prince Yang. And so he came. The prince laughs and says, one summoned for violating royal law dare visit my residence at such a late hour. That nerve is commendable. But leave now. I am in a good mood today. Be grateful I let you go. Wei insists it's hard to do that with the trial tomorrow. It won't take long. Please spare me just a moment. As he approaches, several guards level their weapons, and the prince gives a final warning. Do not cross that line again. You don't expect to anger a prince and walk away unharmed, do you? Immediately, the prince's eyes widen as he sees his men on the ground and asks Wei what he did. Wei used his illusion technique and says, a small trick. I simply put them to sleep for a moment. Now then, may speak with you properly.